Alright, so we've gone over the anvil, taken you outside, looked at the forge. Now, we've also gone over some materials: metal, wood, epoxy, pins, leather for a sheath. Now we're just going to do some of the tools that we need here. Video on some of the tools. First and foremost, something that can work is tongs. I'm going to make myself some tongs. Tons of YouTube videos out there on how to do that. Right now, these guys are my tongs. Use what you got. Very important. Hammers, tongs, those are basically what you need to start this process. Hammer, if you don't have hammers. 3.5 pounder, I had just as my big hammer. It works okay for moving a whole bunch of material. Definitely not all that delicate. The 2-pound Blacksmith Hammer is the workhorse. Absolute workhorse. I use this one 70%, 75% of the time. These guys right here, these 4 tools, very crucial. This is what you need to start, okay? You need something to brush slag off. You can slam it on an anvil if you want to start getting the slag off. But when it gets towards the finishing stages of the build, you want to have something to brush some of that slag off with. These 2 guys, you know what? I got away with this one cordless grinder for the longest time. Recharging batteries sucks, so I found these on sale at Canadian Tire just a little while ago. Angle grinders, they are money. After you get your metal to a point where you're done with the actual forging part, these guys do a ton of brunt work just for the beginner. Getting into the hobby more and more and more, you're going to get into other things like grinding wheels. I do have a little grinding belts, sanding belts. So these are awesome for profiling the actual cutting edge of your blade, giving you the final look. Rough looks with a grinder, really easy to screw it up once you get into the final stages of making the blade with the angle grinder. So I got into using one of these. Personal protection. If you don't want to be hacking black crap, wear a respirator. You'll have a terrible headache after doing this if you're not wearing some sort of earplugs, especially if you're in a confined space. Obviously, safety glasses, more so because metal sparks destroy seeing glasses. I wear seeing glasses. Welding gloves. That's it for tooling. For right now, bare bones basic stuff, you know. You can realistically get away with hammers, something uses tongs, wire brush, and some sort of grinder. You don't need a bunch of them. It's just easier to do it this way. Yeah, grinder, hammers, tongs, that'll get you smashing steel essentially when you got an anvil and a forge. Personal protection, that's your own choice. If you want to nix that stuff, that's your own damn decision. And yeah, a couple clamps come in handy. That's more so for after you've got it forged out, you're grinding or you're putting scales on, whatever you're doing. But this table right here will get you blacksmithing, will get you forging a knife.